Which reality TV format was invented by Charlemagne's father? There's a picture of Charlemagne.
Big Brother?
It's not as well as Big Brother.
All
I will
right.
give you a clue.
Celebrity Big Brother? On Channel 5?
I'm a king, get me out of here.
That'll cover it. I can tell you it was presented by Dale Winton.
Supermarket Sweep?
No,
Total Wipeout? What else has he done?
Oh, yeah, you're pretty good. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I know the workings
Big
of...
fan.
Yeah. You're good on Dale.
Yeah.
Who was this?
You probably don't know who Dale Winton is, do you?
Chap or lady?
Audience, He's a very charming gentleman, Mr. Winton. Well turned out, crisply well turned out gentleman. Very nice man.
Who was his father then?
Well, Charlemagne's father is a good question. You're unlikely to have heard of him. I'd be very impressed if you have heard of him. He was Count Pepin the Short, unfortunately. But if you go back to... This is even pre-medieval. This is Dark Ages. If you go back to that time, justice was meted out in all kinds of odd ways. And one of the odd ways, it was a system of testing, which was called an ordeal.
An ordeal.
Ordeal. There were various kinds of ordeal.
So it's ordeal or no ordeal?
Oh, no. If only with Noel Edmonds we were talking about, then that would do it.
Is he a lady or a man?
Is Noel Edmonds... Well, ordeals. This particular ordeal involved... two people had a quarrel, and they both had to make the shape of a cross, see? And stay there. I don't know what that's about.
Someone said he's got a small penis.
Are you a real doctor?
It was called Judicium Crucis, the justice of the cross in Latin. And basically, it's a bit like those school punishments where they make you do that, if you ever did that. The one who just dropped his hands first was wrong. And it had the Archbishop of Paris with the abbot of Saint Denis. Only they would use champions to do it for them. So they would say, you on my behalf, stand for as long as you can in the cross. And in this case, the Archbishop of Paris won.
It's a pity you have to nominate someone, because if you didn't, you could just pick on old people, couldn't you, in those days, did you know?
You could have ordeals by tickling. They genuinely had all kinds of ordeals. Ordeals by water, ordeals by fire, and so on. But there is a car game.
Is it that one where you've got to keep your hand on the car?
Yeah!
Yeah, and then the last one wins it.
You see?
Yeah.
You do know it.
Yes, I do.
Dale Winton presented, I think, on Channel 5, an endurance game show based on a Japanese original called Touch the Truck. That's Dale there.
I'd love to watch that. Just loads of people touching a car and then that's it.
Yeah.
For an hour.
For an hour? 81 hours. It's
well,
because...
I'd Sky Plus it and fast forward through it.
It's basically the last one to give up on touching the truck.
But it doesn't do anything, you just stand there.
No, you have to
with
touch
your
it.
hand.
Yeah, it's going 80 mile an hour. That's a game show.
You were allowed you were allowed a 10-minute break every 2 hours and 15 minutes every 6 hours.
This is made up, isn't it? No one would...
If you fell asleep, you were disqualified, so you had to stay awake. You couldn't just lie on the car with your hand on it. So you had to be consciously touching it. And the idea was the last person left touching it won it. And the winner, you probably want to know all about him, I expect. He won the truck, obviously, and he sold it. In order to raise funds to stand as a political...
arm surgery.
No. To stand as a political candidate. He stood for Kingston and Surbiton at the 2001 general election. There was a turnout of 49,093 people, and he secured 54 votes.
Wow. We do it in New Zealand. It's a radio show contest. It quite often happens. Yeah, we're probably the last country still doing it. It's the only way you can get your cars back in New Zealand.
Doing it on radio sounds even weirder to me, I have to say.
They're still touching it? They're still touching it?
Do you have to drop
Still
on
touching it?
No, they interview the people who are touching the car. So
right.
I've got John here. How's it going? Ah, good. I'm still touching it. You know. How many hours now? 7.
Anyway, that's it. That's basically a game show inspired by a Dark Ages...
Endurance
test, yeah. Extraordinary, isn't it?